Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host, Daniel, and today is Judge Flores. I want to say this thank you to all the new subscribers to this channel. Welcome. And it's it's like this. If you guys like this content, please do me a big, huge favor and hit that subscribe button and hit the all notifications. And let's build this channel up into something that's going to be great. So let's get started with this. Let me get rid of this. Share screen. So I'm going to mute myself and play this, but I'm going to be watching the chat, you guys. So yeah, thank you to all the new subscribers. To the new subscribers, welcome. Um, but this we're 498 away from 500. I know we can do it. I know we can make this channel hit 500 subscribers or more by the end of this year. But enough of me talking. Let's get started with Judge Flores.
All right, Mr. Robart, we're ready to call your case. So we're on the record in docket 25-02255. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Chad Robart. Appearances for the record.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maluda Buxia, on behalf of the people, I am standing in for Mr. Behrman of our office today.
All right. And Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert Palmer of the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Chad Robart, who appears today via Polycom from the England County.
And sir, you are Chad Lee Robart, is that correct?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Robart?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Right, thank you. This time set for probable cause conference. Mr. Buxia, how we proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we have had an opportunity to speak the matter over with Mr. Palmer, and we would ask this court to leave the preliminary examination as is set.
Right, and is that a fair statement, Mr. Palmer?
It's a fair statement, Your Honor. I've met with Mr. Robart. That's his desire is to leave the matter set for preliminary examination. We'll be ready to go next week.
All right, so we'll leave this on Judge Ward's docket for August 8th. That's a Friday at 8 o'clock. We'll leave on for preliminary examination. Anything else for the record in 25-02255? Mr. Buxia.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Palmer.
No, Your Honor. Thank
Okay,
you.
that'll be live on 6th floor in Judge Ward's courtroom. Thank you for your appearance today, Mr. Robart.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I think you meant next week.
What did I say?
I believe-
I said today, yeah, I think I misspoke there.
Sorry.
August
I
15th.
didn't catch it. Judge, it looks to me like the gentleman below Mr. Robart is Mr. Hubbard. I think. I can't tell for sure, but I think that's him.
That's me. Can you hear me?
All right.
Hello.
You're good.
Is he on the iPhone?
Yeah, now he just switched, so now he's on the bottom left. It just moved him
I see.
in the tan shirt, looks like.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02260. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Ricky Hubbard. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mr. Buxia.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maluda Buxia, Assistant Ingham County Prosecutor on behalf of the people.
Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert Palmer of the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Ricky Hubbard, who appears today via Zoom.
And sir, you are Ricky Hubbard, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Hubbard?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference in the matter. Mr. Buxia, how we proceed?
Thank you, Your Honor. Our office has extended an offer whereby if Mr. Hubbard was to plead guilty to a felony firearm second offense, we would then dismiss the rest of the felony complaint. At this time, it's my understanding that the defense wishes to leave the preliminary examination as set. With regards to evidence, Your Honor, it has been brought to my attention that defense is looking for certain body cam. I have taken note and will do my best to get that to Mr. Palmer.
All right, so we've discussed the discovery issues and that'll be addressed during the next week. Is that a fair statement of Mr. Palmer concerning leaving on for August 15th?
Everything that that the prosecution has said is accurate, Your Honor. I've discussed the plea offer with Mr. Hubbard. He has flat out rejected it, which I would have recommended anyway. We are leaving the matter set for preliminary examination. There is, I think, some outstanding body camera. I'm sure that we'll get that between now and then. We will be prepared to go. Mr. Hubbard and I have been in good contact. We've already spoken several times.
All right, so Mr. Hubbard, you'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing in Judge Ward's courtroom next week for your preliminary examination. It's on August 15th at 8. I want to get that right. Anything else for the record in docket 25-02260, Mr. Buxia?
Not on behalf of the people. Thank you.
Mr. Palmer.
No, Your Honor, thank you. And Mr. Hubbard, I'll be in touch with you privately, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, you should be all set, Mr. Hubbard. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess so. Let me go just look and see. Yeah, let me just make a quick scan and see.
Mr. Joel, is Mr. Humes here or do I have to bring him back?
I think he walked out.
Yeah, he
I
was
love
supposed
that.
to be.
He was in post 3. So he was incarcerated and then they escorted him out. I'm assuming they escorted him out.
I thought I saw him knock on the door and ask to be let out. Yeah,
All right.
I don't know if he misunderstood or something.
Are we waiving his appearance today?
We can.
Yeah,
he's
I-
Talk to him, right?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you spent time with him. Here. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02289. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Nelson Humes. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Fellows, Assistant Prosecutor, fourth people.
Mr. Doyle.
Morning, Your Honor. Dan Doyle on behalf of Mr. Humes for today only.
All right, and Mr. Doyle, you are conflict counsel, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I was assigned this case as a conflict counsel. I realized that there's a conflict of interest with other clients, so I have to withdraw.
Okay. All right, so you yourself have a conflict as conflict counsel.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah. All right. So that is the basis of the motion. Is the conflict of conflict counsel. Do you have any response, Mrs. L?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right. I'm going to grant the motion to withdraw, but then it's going to have to go back to the public defender's office for reassignment. I would assume. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, Your Honor. I've notified the public defender's office of the issue.
All right.
Their work.
And so just to comment, we don't have a substitution of counsel, but we do have your motion to withdraw. So I don't know how that works, but I think we've got it covered. I think the record will reflect that I'm going to grant the motion to withdraw based on conflict. Conflict. I will, are we do you just want to leave this on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so just leave it on. So we'll leave on for prelim next week, which will be August 15th at 8:30. And then we'll await to see new counsel brought in from the public defender's office so we can address any issues because discovery has to be provided, new counsel, et cetera. And new counsel will probably be another conflict counsel, I would assume. All right. All right. Anything else? I'm granted the motion to withdraw based on conflict. And we'll leave on for prelim on August 15th at 8:30. Somebody, Mr. Doyle, or somebody should relay this to Mr. Humes since he's not here. Anything else for the record in 25-02289, Mrs. L?
Not for people.
Mr. Doyle.
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. All right, we're all set. Thank you for your appearance today. That's it. That orders. All right, Mr. Brooks, where are we heading?
You can switch back to Judge Ward's docket, Your Honor, Frederick Cole.
Mr. Blackman, how are you?
Good, Judge.
Right, so we're on the record in docket 25-01942. That's people of the state of Michigan versus Frederick Cole. Appearances for the record, Mr. Buxia.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maluda Buxia on behalf of the people.
Mr. Blackman.
Your Honor, Fred Blackman on behalf of Mr. Cole, he's on Zoom this morning.
And sir, you are Frederick Cole, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you can hear me all right, Mr. Cole?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is time set for a probable cause conference. Mr. Buxia, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. I have had the opportunity to speak the matter over with Mr. Blackman. This is a rather new case that he's picked up from my understanding, and so he does need some time to go over some discovery. So what we are asking the court to do today is leave the preliminary examination as set for next week, but if we could have that held as a probable cause conference, essentially not requiring any witnesses to show up, and then we can decide from there where to go.
So we'll use the prelim date as the PCC date.
And Judge, I talked to my client about his 21-day rule, and so when the assistant prosecutor and I talked, we'll take care of that next week.
All right, so the waiver, if there is a problem, it'll be in the waiver of the 21-day rule next week. I'll leave that note for Judge Ward. All right, so we're leaving on for prelim, but it's set for PCC for next week, and that'll be August 15th.
Correct, Your Honor. I believe at 8 a.m. was the date and time already set for the prelim.
August 15th at 8 a.m. I made a note that this will be handled as a PCC, so witnesses are not going to be brought in. All right, anything else for the record in 25-01942, Mr. Booth?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Black.
Nothing. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Cole, you'll be live and you can be on Zoom for PCC, I would assume.
I can judge.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean,
She likes to do on Zoom, I think, on those things, but we'll take care of it.
all right. So you'll be in front of Judge Ward next week, August 15th at 8 o'clock, right, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you're all set. Thank you for your
Brad,
patience.
I'll give you a call.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mrs. Zell, where we headed?
I believe we can go on DeKeith's Mass.
Mr. Lee, your counsel on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
I think we've had some.
That is to say, I am counsel for now.
Okay. As Mr. Mask talked about getting Mr. Boyd?
Yes, and he has made some progress in that endeavor. He believes that he has a sufficient retainer paid now for Mr. Boyd to appear at the preliminary. He was not fully paid until, what was it, yesterday? So we will be asking for an adjournment.
All right, let's put it on the record. So we're on the record. We're on the record in docket 25-01620. That is people of the state of Michigan versus DeQuise Mask. Appearances for the record, Mrs. Zell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Zell, Assistant Prosecutor, Fourth.
Mr. Lee.
Assistant Public Defender John Lee, appearing on behalf of DeQuise Mask, who is in the courtroom standing to my right.
All right, and sir, you are DeQuise Mask, is that correct? All right, thank you. This is the time set. I think we set it for PCC, and it says prelim on the, and I don't think that's the right code. So this is time set for PCC. We've left on for prelim on June 13th, when Mr. Mask was writ over, and then he requested to retain counsel on July 3rd, waived the 21-day on July 17th, and we're here for PCC on August 8th. Mrs. L, how we proceed?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that Mr. Mask would like to retain private counsel and would need more time to do so. At this time, we're asking for an adjournment of that PCC.
All right, that's pretty much what you said, Mr. Lee. That
yes, sir.
All right. What I'd like to do on this case is just leave it on for prelim, because we've already adjourned it 3 times, making sure Mr. Boyd's here in person and discovery can, or else we're just adjourning it out, and we've already adjourned it 3 times. Whether you need witnesses or not, you can talk to Mr. Boyd or Mr. Lee, whether you need your witnesses to be here, because you've already waived your 21-day rule. But that way I get Mr. Boyd here and we get this moving. Otherwise, we're gonna kick it out a ways because you waived your 21-day rule, and I want to keep the case going a little bit. We have 2. I think we have witnesses in the matter, and we've got to be sensitive to their request that they either get subpoenaed or they don't get subpoenaed.
Yes, Your Honor. And unfortunately, since today's date was set for prelim, they were subpoenaed for today's date and they were going to be here. We called them off about an hour ago.
Okay, all right. That's my fear of setting this for prelim instead of probable cause, that the witnesses get subpoenaed for prelim. All right, so let's leave this on for preliminary examination.
It is not currently scheduled for a hearing.
And that's next week.
It was not, we just scheduled it for a PCC at the last hearing. I can schedule it next week at 8:30 for an exam.
That might not give you enough.
It would not give me
subpoenas,
enough
no?
time to get a subpoena out, but if,
So are we 3 or 5 weeks?
Unfortunately, yes.
3 weeks or 5 weeks?
I would prefer 3 weeks.
All right. So
August 28th
August 28th
at 8:30.
at 8:30. That should give you some time to get Mr. Boyd here. We're going to set it for prelim on August 28th at 8:30. So kind of the same things occur. I mean, we're adjourning it out 3 weeks. But you can talk to Mr. Boyd if you need witnesses here. If not, we'll be set to go on August. That'll be Thursday, August 28th at 3 o'clock.
8:30.
I'm sorry, did I say 3?
You did.
8:30. All right, so we'll set it for August 28th at 8:30. Anything else for the record in docket 25-01620, Mrs. Allen?
Not for the people.
Mr. Lee?
No, thank you.
All right, and then Mr. Boyd will know, we're gonna have a substitution to counsel and all that, and he'll get some discovery, but I'll see you on August 28th at 8:30, all right, sir? All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lee.
We are ready on Harlan Raby and Luheen Shakur. Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Donnelly's here on
I'm gonna substitute in for Schroeder on Raby. She's
Raby.
stuck in another courtroom. We're leaving it on E.
All right. Mr. Raby is on Zoom.
Yes, he's in post one visit.
All right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-00161. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Harlan Raby. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mrs.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Ezell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Ms. Donnelly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the Attorney of Record Aaron Schroeder for the defendant Harlan Raby, who is appearing separately by video.
And sir, you are Harlan Raby, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Raby?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This time set for a probable cause conference. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding we're just going to be leaving this set for preliminary exam.
And that's a fair statement, Ms. Donnelly?
Yes, Your Honor. I've been made a semi-offer from the state, so I'll just leave that for Ms. Schroeder to discuss with Mr. Raby in the meantime.
All right, so we've left on for preliminary examination. That'll be here on the 6th floor City Hall of Lansing on August 15th at 8:30, which is a week from today at 8:30. And then you can discuss further, Ms. Schroeder can discuss further any anticipated offer that has been extended by the prosecutor's office. Anything else for the record in 25-00161, Mrs. Zella?
Not for the people.
Ms. Don?
Not for defense.
All right, Mr. Raby, we'll see you live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing on August 15th at 8:30. Okay, sir? Okay, you should be all set. Then we had a Mr. Shakur.
Correct.
Mr. Shakur, you can unmute. We'll call your case. All right. So we're on the record in docket 25-02276. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Muhannad Shakur. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Ezell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
And do we have I have a Sage listed as the defense attorney.
Oh, you know what? They entered my P number in wrong. They
Okay.
flipped the 3 and the 7. That's what I was gonna tell the court.
Okay.
Yep, that's a different, she's a PD in Ottawa County. I looked up the same thing. Yeah, you just flipped around the last 2 numbers
All
of my
right.
number.
Which is-
Fixed yesterday.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often. Miss Donnelly, your appearance, please.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Muhammad Shakur, who is appearing separately by video.
And sir, you are Muhammad Shakur, is that correct?
Mr. Shakur, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
And
My
sir,
name is
you
Muhammad
are
Shakur.
Muhammad Shakur, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Shakur?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me all right?
Thank you. Yes.
Sounds
Good to
good.
go.
Sounds good.
All right, Mrs. L, this is set for PCC today. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, at this time, a plea offer of sorts has been given to defense for consideration, but we are going to be leaving the set for preliminary exam.
And is that a fair statement, Ms. Dunn?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll leave on for preliminary examination for August 15th at 8:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing. And then any offer can be discussed between yourself and Ms. Donnelly. Anything else for the record in 25-02276, Mrs. L?
Not for people.
Ms. Donnelly.
Not for defense.
All right, Mr. Shakur, we'll see you live in person on the 6th floor on August 15th at 8:30. All right, sir?
August 15th, 8:30. Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hello?
Mr. Reed. Mr. Harrell, you have a right to a preliminary examination today. A preliminary examination is a probable cause hearing in which the people would have to prove by probable cause evidence that a crime has been committed and the identity of the person who committed that crime. You're represented today by Attorney Jeffrey Kaplan, and he would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or cross-examine any witnesses brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. It was my understanding it would be your wish today to waive your right to a preliminary examination, have this case continued circuit court, where you've been extended an offer and negotiations are going to continue. Is that your wish today to waive your right to a preliminary examination today?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Pappen, do the people also waive their right to a preliminary examination today?
The people do, Your Honor.
All right. I find the waiver of the preliminary examination to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. I have some bind over documentation, so I'll put it on the record to sign it on behalf of Mr. Pappen if he indicates via Zoom, and then I'll provide you, and you can sign it on behalf of your client.
Can I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
That is correct, Your Honor. Thank you.
I think this is an old bind over sheet. Okay. Looks like. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Kaplan. And Mr. Pappen, do I have your authority to sign? No, there's no place, but I'm going to put it in there. Do I have your authority to sign via the Attorney General via Zoom?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to indicate that the examination was waived on today's date. Is there anything else to come to the court's attention before the court signs the bind over notice for the documentation, Mr. Kaplan?
Not for the defense, Your Honor.
Mr. Pappen.
Not from the people. Thank you.
All right, I will sign the bind over documentation for August 8th, today's date. And Mr. Pappen, Mr. Harrell, your time in district court is done. You're now off to circuit court. You'll get your next date of appearance date from your attorney, Mr. Kaplan. All right, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank
That's
you.
all for the record in 1200902. Thank you, everybody, for your appearance.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, we're ready on Kai Lindsay.
Which one is that?
Kai Lindsay.
All right, Miss Lindsay, Mr. Lindsay, we're ready to go on your case. You can unmute. So we're on the record in docket 25-02157. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Shakai Lindsay. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Lizelle, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Palmer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Robert Palmer, the Public Defender's Office, on behalf of Mr. Lindsay, who appears today via Zoom.
And sir, you are Shakai Lindsay, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Lindsay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference in front of myself. Mrs. L, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that we're going to be leaving the set for preliminary exam. However, it's come to my attention that Mr. Lindsay already has a prelim in a different file set for August 29th. We are going to ask if the court would be willing to move this file to that August 29th date. We understand there would be a need for a 21-day waiver. It's my understanding that will be occurring today, but I will defer to Mr. Palmer.
Mr. Palmer.
It's all accurate, Your Honor, and Mr. Lindsay is prepared to waive his 21 days so that we can reset this preliminary exam for August 29th at 8:30.
All right. That would, so the plan is to set this for the same time as the other file.
That's correct. Does the court need the other file number?
I don't think so. All right, Mr. Palmer, may I inquire Mr. Lindsay of his waiver of the 21-day rule?
Of course.
All right, Mr. Lindsay, you understand you have a right to a preliminary examination within 21 days of your date of arraignment. A preliminary examination is a probable cause hearing in which the people would have to prove by probable cause evidence that a crime has been committed and the identity of the person who committed that crime. You are represented today by Attorney Robert Palmer, and he would be present to cross-examine any witnesses or contest any charges brought against you by the people of the state of Michigan. It is my understanding it is going to be your wish to waive your right to a prelim within that 21-day period. You wouldn't be waiving your right to a prelim in general, just within that 21-day period, so we can set this with another file that you have for preliminary examination. Is it your wish today to waive your right to a prelim within 21 days?
Yes.
And do the people also waive their right to a prelim within 21 days?
We do, Your Honor.
All right. I find the waiver of the 21-day rule to be knowing, voluntarily, and accurately made. And we'll leave this on. Do you want to leave this on for prelim? Or
Yes.
We'll leave this on for prelim for the same date of
August 29th at 8:30.
August 29th at 8:30, which will coincide with the other file. Anything else for the record in 25-02157, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Mr. Palmer?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, Mr. Lindsay, we'll see you on that date of August 29th at 8:30. You should be all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. All right, Mr. Johnson, we'll call your cases in front of Judge Ward. The two Anthony Davis cases. So we're on the record in docket. Mr. Buxia, do you have any preference? Do I call those together or should I call them apart?
I believe we can call them together,
All right,
Your Honor.
thank you. All right, so we're on the record in 25-01984 and 25-02057. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Anthony Davis. Appearances for the record, Mr. Buxia.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maluda Buxia on behalf of the people.
Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, may it please this honorable court. Kareem Johnson, on behalf of Mr. Davis Jr. as to both matters.
All right, and sir, you can unmute. You are Anthony Davis Jr.
Yes, sir.
All right, and you can hear me all right, Mr. Davis Jr.?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
All right, perfect. Thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference on both of these files in front of Judge Ward. Mr. Buxia, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. Having an opportunity to speak the matter over with Mr. Johnson, we are asking this court to leave the matter set for preliminary examination. I believe they are already set for next Friday, the 15th. I would just put on the record that I did receive an email from Jonathan Cook, I believe Trooper Cook, indicating that he would not be available for the preliminary examination next week. And so I just wanted to make Mr. Johnson aware of that. There is, I believe, one other trooper that is subpoenaed. So we will either attempt to start the preliminary examination or be seeking an adjournment in that matter, depending.
All right, that's your understanding, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, Your Honor, that's my understanding, and I'll communicate with the prosecutor's office, figure out how to best and most efficiently handle that matter on the 15th.
All right, so I'm going to leave on for preliminary examination on 25-01984 for August 15th at 8:30, and I'll leave on for preliminary examination for August 15th at 8:30 on docket 25-02057. That'll be live on the 6th floor in front of Judge Ward. Mr. Davis, all right, sir?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anything else for the record in 25-01984 or 25-02057?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you should be all set, Mr. Davis. Thank you for your appearance today.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. And then what's your name? All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02293. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Amir Pig. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mr. Abuksi,
Maluda Buxia on behalf of the people.
Ms. Duplessis.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ashley Duplessis again on behalf of Mr. Pig. No, you missed the full name.
And sir, you are Amir Pig?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can hear me all right, Mr. Pig? All right, thank you. This is the time set for a PCC in front of Judge Ward. Mr. Abuksi, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. At this time, we would ask this court to leave the matter set for preliminary examination next week. At this time, there has been no offer extended.
All right. And is that a fair statement, Ms. Duplessis?
That's correct, Your Honor. I believe I've received all discovery.
All right. So it is set for prelim on, I have August 15th at 9:30. Is that right? I think that's right. So the prelim is set for August 15th at 9:30. That'll be live in person on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing in front of Judge Ward. Anything else for the record in docket 25-02293, Mr. Buxia?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Duplessis, Ms. Duplessis.
No, Your Honor.
You should be all set. Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Buxia.
you.
All right.
Yeah, I am, please. It's the 3:30.
I know, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it took him forever.
Is that Zachary Kelly?
No.
Is that Trinidad Reed?
Yes.
Yes.
Zachary Kelly was the one who was taken back to.
That was the one that was.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. And Mrs. L, do you have any preference to call these?
I think we can
We
call
have
them
two
together.
files. Okay.
Yes. I think that'd be preferred right now too.
All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-02275 and 25-02284. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Trinidad Reed. Will the parties please introduce themselves to the record? Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Lizelle, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Ms. Thompson.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of the defendant Trinidad Reed. I represent him on one file, 25-2275FY, and I'm stepping in for the Attorney of Record Jeffrey Kaplan on 25-2284FY.
Perfect, thank you. And sir, you are Trinidad Reed, is that correct? I can't hear you. So you are Trinidad Reed?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Reed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference. Mrs. L, how we proceed?
Your Honor, it's my understanding we're going to be asking for both of these files to be left set for preliminary exam. From my understanding, I may be in touch with Mr. Kaplan about whether witnesses will be necessary for that prelim date, but we will be leaving it set for now.
All right. And is that a fair statement, Ms. Thompson?
It is, Your Honor. Mr. Kaplan still would like to go over the evidence with Mr. Reed. He had a conflict yesterday. I've spoken to him, but he hasn't been able to meet up with him yet. So he's planning on doing that in the meantime.
All right. So we'll leave on for preliminary examination on both files for August 15th at 8:30. I'm sorry. On file 25-02275. We'll leave on for August 15th at 8:30. And on file 25-02284, we'll leave on for preliminary examination for August 15th at 9 o'clock. Anything else for the record in either one of these files, Mrs. L?
Not for the people.
Ms. Thompson.
Not for defense.
All right, Mr. Reed, we'll see you live on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing in front of me next week on both files. All right, sir?
All right.
You should be all set, sir. Thank you for your appearance. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes.
I think we can do Keith Fuller then.
Floor.
I'll have to go get him, Judge.
Yeah, let's bring up, and I think Miss Curry is also for sentencing
Yes.
and incarcerated.
Yeah, she was a red.
All right, let's go Bloor first, and then we'll go with Curry. So, Mr. Johnson, you're here for Anna Curry?
Yes, Your Honor, and Yasmin Thomas.
And Jasmine and Yasmin Thomas. So they're both set for sentencing.
And Miss Thomas, I never received his appearance.
All right. So we don't have an appearance on Thomas, but we'll go on that case anyway. Miss Curry's going to be brought up, but after we bring another person up from the jail. So we'll do that sentencing and then we'll switch them.
Yes, he is right here. Yasmin is right here.
Yasmin's not in custody, Your Honor.
Right. So you want to go on Yasmin?
I think we could.
Okay.
In the meantime.
Yeah. All right. So Mr. Johnson, you're here on Yasmin Thomas?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. Let's go ahead and call that case. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-01613. That is People of the State of Michigan versus Lucille Thomas Yasmin. Appearances for the record, Mrs. L.
Thank you, Your Honor. Gabrielle Bell, Assistant Prosecutor for the people.
Mr. Johnson.
Good morning, may it please this honorable court, Kareem Johnson, appearing on behalf of Ms. Thomas.
And ma'am, you are Yasmin Lucille Thomas, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is the time set for sentencing in the matter. And do we have any restitution on this file? I don't see any. Oh, I do see some.
Yes, Your Honor. At the end of the PSI, there is a restitution request of $250 in this file.
I have a restitution
Might be
of
worth.
$500.
That would be correct. I missed one of the invoices. There are two invoices, both for $250, which would make it $500 in total.
All right. All right. And then Mr. Johnson, have you had the opportunity to go through the pre-sentence report with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, but we've discussed a restitution amount of $250. I did not receive a second invoice, so I just asked the court to preserve, that invoice so I can come take a look at it.
Yeah. Did you want to set it for a restitution hearing?
Not really, Your Honor. It's included in the pre-sentencing report. I'm not sure how Mr. Johnson didn't receive it. Both invoices are there and attached to that report.
I don't have. I have an East Lansing locksmith for $250, and then a Schroer towing for $250. Those are both a part of the sentencing file. Mr. Johnson, do you contest either one of the East Lansing locksmith or the Schroer towing concerning this file?
No, Your Honor, I believe the car was towed and the complaining witness did have to get a new key because her key was lost.
All right.
I've discussed those things with Ms. Thomas. And so if the restitution are for those amounts, then I will have no objection.
All right. Those restitution is from Schroer with an invoice and receipt for $250. And the East Lansing locksmith is also for $250. That is the sum and substance of the restitution. Is that a fair statement, Mrs. L?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Thomas, Mr. Johnson, in regard to different from restitution, did you have the opportunity to go through the rest of the pre-sentence with Ms. Thomas?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections?
No, Your Honor.
All right, allocution, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, I really hated this case. Miss Thomas and her mother had been caring for the daughter of the complaining witness. The family situation isn't ideal, and everything kind of came to an head when they were moving to a different location. Mom found out about it, didn't know about it, and things kind of escalated from there. And I think that there was a lot of backed up animosity between all the parties that led to what happened on that day. I don't, in a lot of times people live outside the technicalities of the law. It was probably, and it looked like to be a situation where there was essentially a guardianship in which my client was helping care for her sister's kid. But without those legal protections that come from a court order, she had no right to object to the mother taking the daughter, even if she didn't believe that that was in the young lady's best interest. And the fight shouldn't have happened. This is not indicative of who Ms. Thomas is as a person. She does work. I think she is a productive member of society. We'd ask the court for a very brief probationary term so she can play the restitution.
Thank you. Mrs. L, any comment on this file?
Your Honor, we would just ask that the recommendation be followed. Thank you.
Ms. Thomas, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence? Well, I've had the opportunity to read the pre-sentence report and look at the file on this matter. Is there any victim here, Mrs. L, concerning allocution or concerning any type of victim witness statement?
I do not believe we have a victim in this case, Your Honor. I do have a victim impact statement in the file, I believe. Let me just double check.
But Brandy, the victim in this case would be a Brandy Hoover. She's not here.
Correct, Your Honor.
Oh. So, ma'am, fairly serious allegations. Okay, it's aggravated DV. It's a 1 year, but it's a different 1 year. Okay, and I believe some of counsel's statements are correct, and then this doesn't fall under that path. But it's a 1 year. It's going to be on your record. Okay, so we have to recognize that this is the 1 year. We can't do anything bigger than this in district courts. Okay. All right. So I'm going to order that the defendant spend 180 days in jail, credits given for 2 days previously served, 178 will be suspended upon successful completion of probation. So there'll be no upfront jail. Okay. But we've got 6 months we're playing with. Okay, that I've already sentenced you to. Okay. We'll set fines and costs. Fines at $300, costs at $300. For $600, crime victims' right fee of $75, state minimum court cost fee of $50, restitution at $500. And then I don't know what that means, $10 for. So I'm going to give you a full amount. There'll be 600 in fines and costs, 125 in crime victims' right fee and state minimum cost fees, 75 and 50, 500 for restitution, and then 300 for probation for the amount of $1,525. Probation is set, so you'll be on probation to your probation agent, who's Jody Bayless, for 10 months via Zoom. Pay $30 a month. That was the $300. $769 is 4A is granted. That's really the carrot, okay? Because this will be abstracted differently if you're able to complete probation without a problem, all right? No contact with the victim, Brandy Hoover, or to be within 2,000 feet of where the victim lives, works, goes to school without consent of this court. No assaultive or threatening behavior. No use of possession of alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance without a prescription. Usually that's why people come in front of me, because they drop dirty, okay? Submit to random PBTs and or urinalysis as directed by your probation agent, and submit and to no bars or nightclubs, probably a good idea. Complete the following rehabilitative services, pay fees and provide proof of completion to the court. That's an anger management group. That class should be ordered We gotta redo this. And so that's the one class that probation is requesting. Obtain and maintain employment seems to be a case, seems to be already taken care of in this matter. And not purchase or possess firearms, ammunitions, or weapons of it. Not purchase or possess firearms, ammunitions, or weapons of any kind. Ms. Thompson, do you have any questions concerning the judgment of sentence?
Just one. Am I going to jail?
You're not, there's no upfront jail. Yeah. You've been sentenced to 6 months, but that's all a part of your probation, okay? Mr. Johnson, any questions concerning the JOS?
No, Your Honor.
All right. I'm gonna sign with all the numbers, let's see, 300, 300. All right. I'll sign the judgment of sentence for today's date, that being August 8th. Ms. Thomas, it's probably a good idea to go down to the 5th floor, make sure you know how to contact your probation agent, all right? All right, Ms. Thomas, you're all set. Thank you for your appearance today.
Thank you.
You're all set, Mr. Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you.
On that file. You lost it on the other ones. Mr. Etheridge is here, Mr. Uppercy. If you wanted to go on.
Mr. Etheridge, are you ready to go on Hawk and Lynn?
I am ready on Hawk. I haven't seen Lynn yet. He's in jail. Has he appeared by video yet?
We're probably bringing up. So once.
Judge, he should be on poly. It's a PCC.
Okay.
He's not, that's Judge Words.
All right, we can go on Hawk.
Lynn, I would need to speak with briefly if he's available. Just to
He should be put on Polycom, but he's not there yet. What's that?
Gabby just stepped up.
Okay, let's go on Mr. Hawk. All right, so we're on the record in docket 25-00246. That is people of the state of Michigan versus DeQuavius Hawk. Appearances for the record, Mr. Buxia.
Maluda Buxia on behalf of the people.
Mr. Etheridge.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Derek Esperthos, the public defender on behalf of Mr. Hawk. I'm appearing by video from the courthouse. Mr. Hawk is appearing by video as well. Mr. Hawk, please turn your video on and unmute yourself.
And sir, you are DeQuavius Hawk?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And you can hear me all right, Mr. Hawk?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. This is the time set for a probable cause conference. Mr. Buxia, how are we proceeding?
Thank you, Your Honor. There has been no offer extended in this case, so I anticipate defense wanting to set this matter for a preliminary examination. So that's what we would be asking the court to do at this time.
Is that a fair statement, Mr. Etheridge?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right. So we'll leave this on for preliminary examination for August 15th at 9:30. So Mr. Hawk, that'll be live on the 6th floor of City Hall of Lansing in front of Judge Ward on August 15th at 9:30. Anything else for the record in 25-00246, Mr. Buxia?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Etheridge.
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, you should be all set, Mr. Hawk. Thank you for your appearance today.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Johnson. Right, you can come up here. As your attorney here, Mr. Ned.
He was here just a second ago. I don't know where he's going now.
All right, so wait for your lawyer, Mr. Ned, to come join us. And we've got, all right. All right, so we're on the record in docket 24029995. That is people of the state of Michigan versus Antonio Johnson Jr. Will the parties please introduce themselves for the record? Mr. Staples.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Ned.
Thank you, George and Ed, APD on behalf of my client standing to my right.
And sir, you are Antonio Johnson Jr., is that correct? All right, thank you. This is time set for deferred sentence on this matter. Looks like we set this in April for deferred sentence for today. Mr. Staples, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the defendant has not obtained a valid license. It's my understanding today that he would like to move forward on the underlying guilty plea. There would be an agreement between the parties to a sentence of fines and costs in this matter.
And is that a fair statement, Mr. Ned?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so this is, D has not obtained compliance. This would be plea discharge to be driving while license suspended, which is a 90-day misdemeanor and or $500 fine. And my agreement is there's a kilobrew of fines and costs only, kilobrew no upfront jail. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, since he's already pled, I don't know if technically it's a kilobrew, but yes, the agreement would be to no upfront jail.
All right, Mr. Ned, if you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Johnson about the potential consequences of pleading to the charge.
Yes.
All right. Any allocution on this matter, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. I spoke with my client this morning under the circumstances that we're not going to display on the record today because of open court. There's been a lot going on in regards to his child and his father currently residing in the Flint area, trying to take care of his family, trying to support financially. He's been looking for work under the circumstance. Yes, Your Honor, he owes, I know he understands, he owes some fines and costs for some prior issues. He actually came today from Flint with 2 money orders to make a payment today as soon as we're done with court. We're just asking the court to follow fines and cost recommendation from the city, thankfully. So Mr. Johnson go about his life, take care of his children, take care of his father. He's asking for, if the court does follow the recommendation, at least 90 days, if not more, to make a payment as he owes money in Pontiac, a few here, and now whatever's going to happen today.
All right. Mr. Johnson, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before the court passes sentence?
Yes, sir. I'm just so surprised it's taking me so long to find a job. I wish you guys could see Flint do not have a lot of opportunities. Like when I was living here, I had a job. It was perfect. And I could have low key actually had the money paid by now. But since I had to move back, it's just been a little harder. I didn't think it was gonna take this long.
Okay, all right.
But sorry about that though. No. I'm trying. Only thing I can do now is really just donate plasma until I get a job.
Well, and you have to prioritize. I understand that.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll set out. I'll follow the agreement, fines and costs only, and set fine at it'll be $400 in all. Fines and costs $400. Crime victims' rights fee of $75, state fee of $50, for a grand total of $525. And then it will be abstracted. The driving license suspended will be abstracted to the Secretary of State. And your client, Mr. Ned, you said your client needs about 90 days.
If the court's willing to give more, if he does need more time, I just don't know what you can max out on.
We're going to refer to collections. Yeah. So let's refer to all the collections. That way it's all in one pocket.
Okay.
So you can just go to Marquita here for collections. We'll refer the whole matter to collections, and then you can kind of set up a plan as you go. All right, sir. All right. So it's referred to collections of $525. Mr. Johnson, you're all set. Thank you.
All right.
Yes. Setting up different. All right. we know we have Mr. Robu's case to complete. And then, so let's go on, let's do the 130s and we'll do some
Sure.
civil stuff.
Your Honor, do you mind if I set these? These are the official exhibits. I just don't want them.
All right,
If there's going to be other people about.
right. All right, so let's go on the record. Have to pull that up.
I'm on mute. To be marked 9, it would be for rebuttal. What? 9. Yeah, it's a lease.
Step outside to warm up. I remember I didn't have my key card.
All right, Mr. Lutz, we'll call your case. I have William Kinlutz and Cheryl Lutz versus Cheryl Kosurik, docket 2502-330. Appearances for the record, Mr. Lutz.
Yes, Your Honor. At our last June court ruling of the understanding that
First, sir, you're William Lutz?
Yes, sir.
All right. My understanding of this case is that the case was dismissed because you didn't file an order to follow up indicating, because this came out of a hearing. That's my understanding. Because that's the last I read. I read the notes in this matter. And it appears that I signed an order of dismissal at the request of the civil department. Because the found for plaintiff after hearing amount placed on record, plaintiff to submit an order to civil department for money judgment valid after hearing intended appeared and testify order to be submitted by pro per plaintiff. So, and then I can only imagine they contacted me and said that an order had been submitted. So that's why the order of dismissal. This is to set aside the order of dismissal. Is that correct, Mr. Lutz?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So you understand that as a pro per plaintiff, you have to file an order of what I indicated at the hearing.
Okay, Your Honor, it was my understanding that we were supposed to wait until she was finally out of the apartment so that the final money judgment could be summarized. And
I have money judgment valid after hearing and tenants appear and testify order to be submitted by pro per plaintiff. And then that's why we dismissed it, because we thought you'd worked everything out. And so I will grant your motion to set aside the dismissal, but you're still going to have to come to something. You're still going to have to come forward to file a motion as to what happened in the case, because the civil department was waiting from your direction as to you have to file something.
Okay, so that means I have to come down and go to the civil, the desk there, and file a motion there for an amount.
You'll have to file an order indicating whatever's happened in the case. I have plaintiff to submit an order to civil department, money judgment valid after hearing, intended appeared and testified, order to be submitted by pro per plaintiff. So, and then I just don't remember, since this was in June 4th, I just don't remember the details of what the order was. So we can go back and listen to it. So we have it, it's on the record. We're going to need an order to that effect, and nothing was submitted. So that's how the case got dismissed.
Okay, so I come there and file an order. Correct?
Yeah, I would call them first to make sure you know if you can submit it by email. You can send it to them. Yeah, what's that? The proper? Oh, why don't you call them? They had a rule change since that was in July, wasn't it? Yeah. Call them and find out how they want it submitted, because I don't remember the date that the rule change indicating that pro pers were supposed to file electronically. They're going to help you do that. You may want to call them to figure out, for them to tell you how you want how they need the order filed, because this comes out of a June 4th order, which I think is right around the time they changed the rule.
Okay, and that would be 483-4426.
Yes.
Okay.
That is, yeah, that's the same file, 250222330. Oh, yeah, yes, that's the phone number for civil. And I'm gonna place that we had the hearing, and I granted, because I'll probably look at my notes. I granted the motion to set aside.
Okay.
And then they may need a motion to set aside, and then a motion to enact the order that came out of the hearing, because that's essentially what you're requesting, is we continue everything the same. And if I set aside the order of dismissal, then we will still need the order indicating what happened previously.
Okay.
All right. All right. So go ahead and call them and find out the way. I will indicate that I've granted the motion to set aside verbally, and then I will wait. However they figure out how you're supposed to e-file it, or whether you come in person. I'm uncertain because the rule changed. I would do it so they're expecting it.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Lentz, you're all set. I verbally set aside and granted your motion set aside, and then I'll await the order to sign. My verbal indication doesn't mean anything. It's when I sign it that's actually set aside. All right, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. All right. You're all set, Mr. Lentz. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
So it was really helpful. Until we
Well,
I've been trying to get a hold of you. I've called multiple times, left voicemail, and I have all these issues. Plus, I have a leak in my roof. And this was the first time that I had spoken to her, and I wasn't privy to the fact that she was now in Aaron's position. I thought maybe something had happened to him or something along those lines, and Aaron and I really got along, so I was just more worried about him than the leak, even though I was upset about it. But then, so I get a call from her, like I said, the better part of a month after I had attempted calling, and I said, hey, so, I've had these problems for over a month now. I've called multiple times. I haven't heard anything back. I said, and she was worried about the back rent. I did pay half a month's rent because I didn't want to get too far behind, assuming that we'd be able to work something out. And when I did finally talk to her, I said, all right, well, what can we do? Because I've now had a leaky roof. My dishwasher doesn't work. I've been doing those by hands. I have bugs in my unit. My bathroom sink won't stop. My garbage disposal doesn't work. And
And was any of that placed in writing? The second round of discussion concerning what was not working in the unit.
If she has my voicemail message, that
It's
would be
not
there.
writing, no.
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, you may continue.
And so again, this is the first time that I talked to Mrs. Cherry over the phone, and I said, so what can we do? Because I've been having these issues for over a month and have attempted multiple times to get a hold of you. And she just absolutely put her foot down. There's nothing that they could do, and I should have gone above and beyond and physically ran around the building trying to find a maintenance person, and that calling and leaving voicemails weren't sufficient. And like I said, when I started to have these issues, I hadn't even been living there a full month. I didn't know who the maintenance man was. I'd never used the resident portal that she's talking about, anything like that. And the only person that I knew by name, firsthand, by face, was Aaron, and he was nowhere at the property anymore. And I wasn't told that. So the one person that I knew was just not there anymore, and no.
I'm gonna go ahead and call this one anyway, guys, because we passed the 2 hours. We're getting close to passing the 2 hours. But tomorrow is another day, and that would be Judge Oakley, Judge Brian Oakley. So again, I want to welcome all the new subscribers to this channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys do enjoy this content on this channel and you're not a subscriber to this channel, do me a big, huge favor and subscribe to this channel. Hit that subscribe and all notifications, and let's grow this channel. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I bid a fair adieu. Ta-ta and ciao-ciao. You all have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys tomorrow.